Hey guys, it's been a minute. It's been almost 2 months actually since I made my last Estonia vlog, so hi. For those of you who don't know, my name is Jill and I just got back from a 9-month Fulbright in Estonia, in Narva, which is on the eastern border of Estonia, right across from Russia. It was a beautiful place. This is actually my 3rd time recording this video, so if I seem a little tired, I tried recording it twice, was out of focus both times. It seems like I'm in focus now, but it also seemed like I was in focus those 2 times, so who knows. But after recording those 2 attempts, I went to a great meeting out in DC. I'm in DC now. A lot has changed for me in the 2 months that I've returned from Estonia. I moved to DC, so I'm getting a master's degree here in the fall, and so I moved, technically I'm in Arlington, but I'm in the DC area, which is neat and different. And I got engaged, which is exciting. There's a video about that coming soon. My friends recorded themselves recording my partner and I during our engagement, which is really funny. So I'll stick those 2 videos together and put that up for you guys to see. And yeah, so I do apologize for not having anything up in the last 2 months. I've been struggling with something that I've been calling reverse homesickness. There might be a different word, but the culture shock of coming back to America is kind of strange in that there's a bunch of little stuff that I really love and that I missed about the States. When I went into town today, I had a conversation with like 4 random strangers, and that couldn't happen in Narva simply because my Russian is not strong at all. But I am still struggling a little bit. I want to say, you know, I'm not unhappy to be home. I have my partner, I'm excited for my school to start, but I just miss Estonia more than I expected to. I miss the people, I should say. I miss the people in Estonia more than I expected to, and it makes it difficult to stay present here. And I really don't want to lose this summer to missing Estonia, and so I wanted to make this video to talk a little bit about the ways I've been trying to mitigate the reverse homesick, blah blah blah. I wanted to make this video to talk about the ways that I've been attempting to mitigate the homesickness, but mostly to open up a conversation so that if you guys have any advice for me, or if you've gone through something like this before, we can talk about it down in the comments. I know for sure that a lot of people who study abroad have gone through this sort of culture shock, reverse homesickness of coming back to the United States after a trip abroad, and I would just like to get over it is the wrong wording, because I don't think I'll ever not miss Estonia. I just don't want it to be as distracting as I've let it be so far. It's way better than it was the first couple of weeks I was back. I've been busy, and so I'll talk a little bit about you know, a life update, what I've been doing with my time since coming back. But I do think that it could be better than it is now, so any advice you guys have would be incredible. But basically, after I got back, I needed a job, so I got on the WAG app. If you haven't heard of WAG, it's kind of like Uber, but for dog walking, and I've really enjoyed it. I've met some really cute pups, and I'm a dog person, so getting paid to do something that I love has been nice. It's not the most consistent job, but that's okay, because it's allowed me time to reflect on my time in Estonia and really get excited about this upcoming semester. Speaking of my upcoming semester, I have been volunteering at something called the Maker Hub at my university, and it's so cool. It's got a 3D printer and a laser printer. Or a laser cutter, not a printer, a laser cutter. I have to get trained on the laser cutter though. And I learned how to use the embroidery machine the other day, so I've been thinking about little gifts and stuff that I can send the people in Estonia that were sort of most important and most influential for me, particularly my co-teachers and then some of the older students that really looked out for me while I was there. So getting my hands on stuff has been really useful. In undergrad I studied art, and my senior thesis was a lot of sculpture work, and I really didn't make much, if anything, at all while I was in Narva, so getting to mess around with some objects has been really cool. I've been taking guitar lessons online with something that I'm sure you guys have heard of called Skillshare. I'll put the link in the description down below to the specific master's course in guitar that I've been taking. It's awesome. The instructor is so much fun, and normally by now I would get tired of having these itty bitty little hands and I would have quit, because that's sort of the past of guitar that I've had, where a certain chord or something will hurt. And I haven't gotten to that point yet with this instructor. He's got a lot of little tips and he's keeping it really interesting, so I'll put a link to his course down below. I've been doing that every day and that's been a lot of fun. I was inspired to pick up the guitar again by the youth in Estonia, so I think something that's been helping with the reverse homesickness is doing a bunch of little stuff that reminds me of my time there without necessarily putting me entirely mentally back in that space. And learning different songs on guitar has been a lot of fun, so I'm gonna hopefully keep that up. I've also been working on my Russian with Duolingo. I did the Rosetta Stone before I went to Estonia, but it didn't work so well for the speaking, so there wasn't a lot of speaking practice for me. I'm able to understand a lot more Russian than I can say, and Duolingo is sort of the same. I'm not getting a whole lot, oops. That's wag. I'm not getting a whole lot of speaking practice, but if I can keep up my ability to sort of understand, that would be really cool, especially because a lot of my students and a lot of people who I met when I was in Estonia will post on their Instagrams or post on their Instagram stories in Russian, and what's really fun is to try to see if I can read, or usually I can't get the whole thing, but to see how much I can read before I have to translate it. Occasionally I have FaceTimed the students and the young adults that I met, and I look forward to talking more with the EVS volunteers that I met while I was there, and so keeping those friendships up, Oh, you can tell I've done this 3 times. Keeping those friendships up is really important to me. It's been a little bit weird with some of the time differences, but I think for the most part, I'll be able to keep up with those relationships, especially, you know, my Access students. I'm really looking forward to seeing how they progress, and yeah, I don't know, that's important to me, so hopefully I can keep that up. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know this, but I was lucky enough to get to volunteer with the new Fulbright's pre-departure orientation, and so I was actually able to meet all of the people that are going to Estonia on different Fulbrights this upcoming year, and I really like them. They've got the open hearts and minds that are necessary for a successful Fulbright, and I think that their experience is going to be just as great as mine was, but very different from what mine was. And that's one of the best parts about Fulbright, is that we're all different people, and so we're all going to have different experiences and get to share different stories and be different representatives of what America is to us. So I'm really excited for my Access students to get to be with this new Fulbright, and for the others that are coming to the rest of Estonia to get to spread like just the message of intercultural exchange and how important that is. I've also been working on some poetry based on memories, and I've been using a lot of the videos that I made on my channel. If you haven't seen them yet, I made about a video a week while I was in Estonia, just a vlog capturing all of the best memories from my time there. And so I've been writing some poetry, editing some poetry that I wrote while I was in Estonia, and putting something together. I don't know if I'm ever gonna show anybody these poems, but it's been really good to get all of that stuff out of my head and onto paper. My battery light is blinking. Please last long enough. I don't want to record this a 4th time. The most exciting distraction that I've had this summer is my business. So I've started a video production company. It's called Foraged Films, and please feel free to contact me if you know anyone in the Washington, D.C. area, or anyone willing to fly me out elsewhere that needs educational or nonprofit video done. So I would prefer to work with people who are creating educational video or promotional video for nonprofit organizations that want their missions to be more legible to the world. That would be ideal. And that's just really exciting. I have my first client, and I'm in the middle of editing those videos, I'm in post-production for that project right now, which is really exciting, and I hope that I can continue to find clients and build this business and do it at the same time I'm in school. So I've got a bunch of little projects going, and it's helping a bit. I need to start up my meditation practice again. I really would just sit and think about things. I usually turn on a YouTube video that has like a meditation human advising us on how to meditate. But I was never really good at it when I was in Estonia, so I stopped doing it the last couple of weeks before I came. I feel like I should pick that up again. But yeah, I part of why I want to make this video is because I have video ideas, but I felt like I needed to make this one first, where I just talked about how I still haven't really processed the fact that I'm back in America yet. And I'm excited to be home, but I also miss Estonia, and I think I need to come to a place where it's okay that I'm both of those things, and I think I'm getting there. But I do want the desire to go back immediately to fade a little bit more. But I do have some video ideas. I'd like to make a video about all the stuff I learned about myself while I was in Estonia, because it was quite a lot, and the things I learned about intercultural exchange and the benefits of those things. And then maybe a video just about the objects that I brought back from Estonia from thrift stores, or that were gifts from people that are most important to me, because I think that that kind of stuff is fun, you know, what people decide to bring back and what they leave in a place can be interesting and important. So let me know what you guys would like to see, and again, I apologize for being absent for so long. Hopefully after making this video I will be more ambitious and want to make more. But I do miss getting to talk to the camera. There's a little bit of a therapeutic aspect to this. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. When I post my next video, I will let you know what my schedule is going to be. If you haven't watched all of my Estonia videos already, you can find that playlist linked down below, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.